Okay, I'm back and currently 2 wins going into my third match with Dimir Control Singleton. Alright, TSM Razaruz. I'm on the draw, which is worse, but my deck's pretty sweet, so I'm not too worried. So what I don't want to face is a turn 1 Wilmot Courier with no removal for it, or mono red in general. And I also don't really want to face Rats, even though this deck has been changed up slightly to beat Rats. Still not the greatest match, I don't think. So Rats and mono red, not what I want to face. Also, even something like mono green or white weenie, like a turn 1 Llanowar Elf into a turn 2 3-drop, if I don't have removal, is pretty bad too. Let's see, this hand isn't great, but it has the colors, it has the lands, it has a turn 2 play. Against a slower deck, this is fine, so I think I will keep it. Also has a way to catch up if I fall really behind against an aggro deck, so yeah. I'm going to play the defeated pool first, I believe, since I will need double black at some point, and I don't think I'll need to or want to cycle it that early. It also allows my Drowned Catacomb to come into play untapped on turn 2. So if I had some way of knowing my opponent was playing a turn 1 Beaumont Courier, I think I would actually mulligan this hand, even though it does have a turn 2 Brawl. Okay, some sort of artifact deck. Interesting. Mox, Amber, and Island. There are a few artifact decks, there's combo decks, there's... yeah, there's I don't know all the decks, but blue-black artifacts is one of them. There's also Grixis artifacts. Now that I drew an Evolving Wilds, though, I'm going to play that. That way I don't reveal to my opponent what I'm playing just yet, other than any color land. And also, either way, Feated Pool or Evolving Wilds will be tapped. Won't give me a mana right away, but the difference is that Evolving Wilds will always be tapped. Feated Pools has the potential of being cycled if I draw another land, for example, after searching for a land of Evolving Wilds, which once I have the 6th land, I'll definitely be interested in cycling Feated Pools. Alright, he's thinking about something for 1 blue. What could it be? Maybe a cycle card? Could have 1 blue, draw a card. Who knows? Or maybe he just left. Nope. Maybe he's disconnected. So while we're waiting here, trying to figure out if TSM Razaruz is going to stick around and play, or if he's gone away, let's talk about myself a little bit. You know, I haven't produced any videos anytime recently, and the ones I did in the past were fairly minor. I'll wait till the end of his turn. Anyway, so continue that conversation later. Let's go search up a swamp, because I have a lot of blue already. Also, I may want to turn 3 Bontu. Some small chance I'll want to do that. Unlikely, but maybe. Alright. Drew a desert. So I'll play the Drowned Catacomb and pass. Because I want to keep up Syncopate for whatever they're doing. Also, if they don't do anything, I can cycle my desert. Ah, so they did have the 1 blue draw card thing. And the fact that he didn't do it on turn 1 makes me think he might have Spell Snare. Or not Spell Snare. Spell... what's it called? It's 1 blue instant counter target non-creature spell unless they pay 2. Spell... can't remember the name of it, but I know what it does. Okay, end turn cycling my desert here. Desert of the Mindful. I don't think I'm going to turn to Brawl here. I think because there's a high chance he's holding a counter, I would rather keep up Syncopate for 2. Yep, so that's the plan here. Just play an island and pass. If I knew he had nothing, I would probably play the Brawl because I can keep up a hard counter for creatures with Essence Scatter, but it's a risk that, given my hand, I have no reason to take. Okay, so he's also sitting on a counter, most assuredly, or a 4-mana draw spell. He's already played one of them, so the only other one would be the energy one. That's Scries for 2. Alright, Jura Swamp. So I think the play here is Island. And play Brawl. The reason is that I want to have 2 blue, because if Brawl resolves, I can Essence Scatter as well as Syncopate for 1. And having both those options is better. When he tries to cancel my Brawl, I can attempt to Syncopate it for 1 as well, so I'm kind of protecting myself here. Except if he plays a 3-mana counter, I can't. But that's okay. I mean, I can't play around everything forever. Counter target non-creature spell unless they pay 2. Huh. Interesting. Because if I pay 2, I'm tapped out. And if I'm tapped out, he can resolve whatever he's trying to resolve. So is it worth it? I think I will pay the 2 here. It's a tough choice, actually, because I don't have a lot of ways to deal with a Planeswalker or some crazy creature that he plays next turn. So I'm actually going to... tough call. I'm going to pay it. There's so much upside if I can untap with Brawl that it's worth it. And I think he might play another counter if I pay this anyway. Oh crap, I clicked the... Oh, what? But I paid the 2. Oh, that's really weird, man. It only had a decline button. Well, I just kind of spewed the game here, so... Oh well. Yeah, it's pay 2. It's so stupid. Like, I had 2, and it just said decline. It didn't say pay or anything. I didn't see it. I mean, I'll watch the video again later, but there was no button here to let me just pay it. That sucks. Alright, well, it is what it is. There's a chance my opponent is color screwed. I don't think that's the case, but it might be the case. That's a bit upsetting, to be honest. Chase's defeat in Singleton? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I can't even syncopate it. Okay, you got me. Mono blue control? Cycle defeated pool at the end of turn. I'm still tilted by that situation with the revolutionary rebuff that I just have to mute my opponent, because any needling at this point is just going to put me further on edge. So here, one is holding 4 cards, hasn't played anything really except a few counters. I don't think I'm tapping out, or effectively tapping out for any of those, so pass. If I were to play something, it would be Scarab God here. Yeah, he could like control magic it or something, which would be a blowout. But the upside, or the reason why I would play that over Liliana is because, say he counters a Scarab God with Essence Scatter, which I don't think he's played yet. Syncopate. I'm going to counter that actually. Yeah. Just this is a grindy kind of game as it is, and I don't really want him to get 2 more cards of action. Pay 2. This is only if he has a legendary creature or planeswalker, okay, which he doesn't have, so he can't pay 2. Yep. Well, at this rate, this thing is going to cost me the game, because if I was able to pull another card out of his hand or keep my Brawl, that would have been a huge, huge thing for me. What you gonna do, buddy? Oh, he's thinking about playing his what's it called? Spell Pierce. There we go. See, I knew he had that. Or I had a good inkling he had it. And I am gonna pay it. Yeah, had I played Liliana, he would have Spell Snare. Not Spell Snare. Spell Pierce. I keep saying Snare. Spell Pierced it. Had I played Scarab God, though, that might have stuck. Who knows? Depends on what these last 2 cards are. Consign to Oblivion. So if he had Negate, I think he would have negated my Syncopate, which makes me think playing Liliana has a better chance of resolving. But resolving a Liliana here only gets back Brawl. Sure, I make zombies, but what's nice is I drew Consign to Oblivion. So if he control magics my Scarab God or my Liliana, I can bounce it back. So there's that at least. So yeah, I'm going to play Scarab God here. I hope he doesn't Syncopate it for 2, because then it's exiled. But outside of Syncopate for 2, I think this is a good, fine card to play. So let's go ahead and play it. Just sitting here holding up Essence Scatter doesn't seem like what I should be doing. Okay, so yeah, Spell Swindled it. Got a bunch of artifacts. So that's not good for me, because that turns on the Arch. I'm going to try to resolve Liliana next turn. And hopefully this sticks, so I can get back the Scarab God, which would be kind of nice. Come on, resolve. If he activates this in response, that's a good sign. I mean, he's got the card draw engine. I have to start applying pressure or doing something. Sitting here would mean I'm losing. So what's it going to be? Syncopate for a bunch? No, it's Metallic Rebuke. Okay.
Don't get cocky.
Not good, not good. Yeah, I'm certainly losing at this point. So I guess that play really did mess me up. It all came down to this. That's really unfortunate. I mean, losing because they had a better deck or a better draw is one thing, but losing to, like... I mean, I don't even really think it was a misplay. There was only one button. Okay, well, I'll try to stop complaining about that, even though it is bothering me. So this does nothing. I think at this point, I want to hold up Supreme Will and Essence Scatter, and if he does nothing, I'm going to Supreme Will at the end of his turn. I'm not going to Supreme Will here and try to find something to play for 3 mana, because there's so few things that my deck will do with 3 mana that's good enough to justify doing that. But yeah, in a few more turns, this game will be completely out of reach because of the card advantage off of Arch. That is the current state of affairs, and there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, there's some argument to Supreme Willing my turn to find my land that destroys lands, because that would be my best out against the current situation. Where is it here? Supreme Will. There we go. I would have preferred to keep 2 blue and a black up instead of 2 black and a blue up, but it doesn't actually make a difference. But at least this way would have implied I had another counter. But the auto tap doesn't quite go into that level. Alright, none of these are great. Of these options, this allows the best one, I suppose. Now I'm going to Glimmer on his turn. Even though, again, I could have drawn that land that destroys lands, I think holding up the disallow is more important, because I don't want something like a Karn to resolve. Alright, so we're going to tap 3 black here manually, because it won't do it automatically. Flint Sleeve is good, Ravenous Chupacabra not so much. I could chart here. I think I will actually. Because I just need to draw action. Oh no, it's a sorcery. Right. Okay, so I drew a land I don't really need, so I'm just going to go and chart. I suppose I could play Glint Sleeve and hold up counters, but I can already do that with actually no, that's not true. So let's actually play Glint Sleeve here. This is a weird bug where when you untap your lands to tap them again, it pops up to like 4 tap options or whatever. I think Wizards is aware of that bug, but I should tap double black here. Okay. See what happens. Opponent has infinite cards, infinite mana. I don't think this is going to go well for me, but hey, at least I got this. So I can somewhat fight over it, but he's going to have another counter, almost certainly. But that other counter will need to be dealt with somehow, some way anyway. If it's a negate, might as well deal with it now. In the off chance this sticks. Whether or not to play the 7th land or keep it to cycle is a close call. Yep, so he had the other counter, as was expected. Because I can chart a course next turn. And if I play it, I'll have 5 mana up. Don't really have a lot that I want to do at 5. I already lost my God and my Liliana, so the only other 5-drop that's powerful is the Edict one. But A, I have to draw it. B, that Edict might not even be something worth playing because this guy hasn't played a single creature all game, so you know. I mean, he's probably got in his deck, he may be splashing white somewhere for Teferi. Almost certain he has Karn. Gear Hulks. Blue Gear Hulk. What else would he have in his deck? Tezzeret, the blue Tezzeret. More card draw, more counters. Haven't seen Negate yet. That's about all I can really think of. I mean, if he's playing Spell Swindle, there's other kind of dirtly counters too. There's a 4-mana hard counter, which he probably has. He probably has some sort of control magic effect. So this doesn't do anything. So here, I think I'm going to chart a course, just to try to draw some action. Probably discarding fungal infection here. Bantu may actually be useful later. Alright, he let it resolve. So we'll discard the... Well, now that I've drawn this many lands... These do cycle, though. Yeah, I really don't think fungal infection is going to do anything here. So let's just get rid of that. This one doesn't cycle, so I'll play that. And then I'll pass, I think. Actually, I should have played the Memorial, but... oh well. Yeah, that's going to flip. So it looks like he's not really mono blue artifacts, he's just mono blue control. Which means he probably has the Sphinx in his deck. May have Vizier in his deck. So I'll go ahead and cycle my desert. Alright. Alright, I'll try to resolve my treasure map. Then I'll play a Memorial and pass. Might be flashing in a Gearhulk here, which I'll Essence Scatter. Nope. Memorial and pass. I'll have to set a stop on his end of turn to remember to use the scry. The treasure map's kind of good. I mean, that isn't as good as just drawing cards every turn, but scrying one is something. At least I won't be drawing any more basics for a while with that thing. Champion of Wits. Yes, I think I will try to resolve that. It's one of the better things I could be doing. Opponent has infinite mana, so I'm not going to play around Syncopate. Even though if I played my land, he might have to sack a treasure if the only counter he has is Syncopate, but I think that scenario is so unlikely, I'd rather just hold it for potential discard value to the champion. Also, if this doesn't work, I'm not sure if I want to play the Swamp to sack the Memorial, or if I want to just treasure map. I think, because of how grindy this is, I'll hold the Swamp. Alright. There's the commit. Yep. Commit resolves. End my turn. He might be playing Nexus of Fate as his win condition, which would be super annoying, because then literally all he does is counter. That's like the worst way. Just lose the Nexus of Fate. He gets down to one card and just Nexus of Fates every turn. But he still has to have something, so he's got to have picked up Karn or something as well, I suppose. But I don't think that's the case here. I think he's playing the cards I mentioned. Nezahal. can't be countered. Well, that's a problem. Yep. I mean, I'm going to attempt to hostage taker it, but I don't have enough mana to recast it right away. I might just Bantu. We'll see. Now that I knew if I knew he had Nezahal, I would have played my land so I could Memorial. Because if I have to Bantu, that's not good for me. Okay. Because I won't be able to Memorial and Bantu. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'd just be completely tapped out, which most likely isn't what I want. Let's see here. Can I consign it? It's not hexproof, right? Discard 3 cards and exile it and return. Put it back. Beginning of next end step. Huh. Yeah, he's going to be a tough one to deal with. I think I will attempt to consign it. I'll also keep the bonus hunger. I hope this doesn't pass my turn. Well, if I consign it, he'll just recast it, and my aftermath will probably just get rid of 2 lands or something. So, actually, not consigning it here, I don't think. Just hit cancel. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of point in that. Instead, I will hostage taker it, or attempt to. Actually, no. I'm going to Vona's Hunger here. Actually, let me think about this. So I have Vona's Hunger. I'll Vona's Hunger on his turn. That's what I'll do. Is this only at sorcery speed? No, this is any speed. Okay, so I'm going to Vona's Hunger on his turn. So Vona's Hunger, if it resolves, great. It won't, though, because he'll at minimum discard 3 cards to keep it. Then when it comes back on the following turn, I'll hostage taker it. If he returns it again to his hand after I hostage taker it, I'll consign my own hostage taker. Yeah, that's the line I'm taking here. Oh yeah, it has the draw a card clause. That's not good for me. Yeah, Nezahal's pretty rough here. Cure Hulk, which I will attempt to Scouter. My deck's more of a like removal and counter control deck, whereas his appears to be more of a straight control deck. So in the counter battles, he's typically going to beat me, which is unfortunate. Simply because I have a lot more dead cards in these situations than he does. He has options here. He could, as Kanta, who knows? I wonder what he's thinking about. He just highlighted his treasures, so I'm thinking maybe he has the X counter one. Pay X. He's going to stack some treasures to make me pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because he can't do it with just his plans. Actually, no, he can't, because I think this is legendary. Yes, it is. So you can actually tap the Amber and make me pay 5. Maybe he doesn't see that. Bounce his own guy. Yeah, I guess that's happening. What I hope he does is recast his as a whole. I mean, at this point, my win condition is him decking, which is not a very good win condition. Okay, so let's go ahead and get my treasure map value here. What do we have on top? Champion Wits. Oh yeah, that was coming. We knew that, didn't we? Oh well. I mean, I was going to have nothing better to do anyway. And I also wanted to flip this, so... Alright. Well, let's go ahead and try to resolve him. I could try to... What counters have I not drawn yet? I haven't drawn a Duress yet. I don't think I've drawn a Negate yet. So Negate and Duress, things that would help me here. Resolving this. Resolving this is a big deal. Like, that will give me enough card advantage to maybe make a comeback here. So I am going to attempt to draw like a Negate or a Duress. What's going on here? Oh, sacrifice a treasure. Why isn't it doing it? Oh, okay. Here we go. Submit. The other option of using Memorial to draw 2 didn't give me enough mana to then Doomfall. I suppose I'll do that now. Nezahal is a beating. No, you know what? I'm going to Champion of Wits first. I'd rather get that countered, if he has a hard counter, to resolve the Doomfall, to get rid of his Nezahal, because I can't deal with Nezahal otherwise. So let's go blue. Blue, black, black. So I don't know what's causing the lag, but I've noticed this kind of lag being an issue with this game. Oh, what am I doing? Oh yeah, champion it first, that's right. Okay, champion it up. See what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. Results. Yes, I will draw 2 to discard 2. Land. I think I'll keep the Memorial. What's in my graveyard? In my graveyard I have Glint Sleeve and... oh, Scarab God. Scarab God's a big deal, so I do want the Memorial here. So I will sack the Swamp and the Bontu's Last Reckoning, I think. That does deal with Nezahal. May want that, actually. Consign can bounce really nothing that matters, so let's just get rid of Consign. Land. Play that. Right. Please resolve. Wait. If I make him discard 2 flips, does that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. No, he's got so many cards, doesn't matter. So let's do this. Don't negate me, please. What's the other one? There's Unwind as well. Don't have Unwind or Negate. Or Syncopate. Or the other 4 mana hard counter that's a rare. So I need you to not have any of those things, and that would just be great. Maybe he's just holding a bunch of control magics and time walks. Or like 3 lands or something. That'd be great. I mean, it's not completely inconceivable. He was thinking about... no, he does have Syncopate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that gets me good. No, there's no point to Oblivion here. I'd rather just keep the card draw. So my next move is to try to hostage taker his Nezahal. Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I use the treasure to draw one first, will I have enough mana to hostage taker and cast Nezahal is the question. So to do that, I need 7 plus 4, which is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. Alright, he's just going to bounce it to his hand anyway, right? So alternatively, I could never it. I cast never, he draws a card. So he draws a card, goes to 5. Pitches 3. Okay, so it's actually better to hostage taker it, because if he discards 3 cards, right? Yeah, discards 3 to put it in his hand, then I can Oblivion to make him discard. So if I'm going to hostage taker, can I afford to draw first? So I need 4 plus 1. So it's, yeah, I think I can. So let's go ahead and do this quickly here, because there's a timer. Try to draw a Duress or a Negate. Those are the 2 cards I'm looking for here. Nope. I mean, that's a good card, but it's not what I need here. Okay, so blue, black, black. Sure, another black, I guess. Yeah. Hostage taker. I hope he discards 3. Oh, I just realized he can draw 1 off of the stupid arc of... Yeah, he can discard. So I can't actually make him... I can't make him discard his last 2 cards. Oh great, he has a negate anyway. Creatures and planeswalkers, okay. So he can't negate. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can cast it, but he's probably going to bounce it. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to cast it. Pay 7, okay. There you go. I have paid 7. Don't have any colored mana, so I think this is resolving. Sweet. I mean, yeah, he can bounce it, but I draw a card if he bounces it, so that's good. River's Rebuke. Yep. But I can hostage taker it again. If that is his only win condition, then... Okay, so Aether Hub. Do I want to play Aether Hub? I don't think I do. Let's go blue, black, colorless, play champion again. Most likely discard the Aether Hub. Yeah, I could have kept up mana for Pull from Torrent on his turn, but we know he has a negate, so there's not a lot of value in that. Yes, I would like to draw 2 and discard 2. Probably 2 lands at this point. Pull from Tomorrow's like never resolving, but I think I still want that card. So there's more lands. There's 26 lands in my deck. I haven't drawn that many, so let's get rid of those. Can Oblivion him. 1, 2. It doesn't really do anything. I think I would just pass here. Bontu's Last Reckoning. Should I have gotten rid of that? Maybe. Bontu's Last Reckoning is looking worse and worse as we go along here. It's probably what I'll discard if I ever get a chance to eternalize the champion. Or maybe recast him if he has some other bounce, which seems like there's a good chance he does somewhere in his deck. So what am I going to do this turn? Am I going to try to Vraska's Contempt his dragon? I don't actually think that's the play. I think the play is to draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think the play is actually to try to Vraska's Contempt that. And when that fails, bring back my thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So resolve that, sure. Can't counter it anyway. He'll either negate or bounce back his hand anyway, so. He draws a card, negates me. Yep. And then I'll try to bring back my god. Well, there's only one way he can stop this, is disallow, I believe. Do I have the mana to Hostage Taker and try to cast this guy again? 4, 5, 6. I don't actually. I'm 1 lens short now. Huh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have sacked the land here, in retrospect. Tapped. Okay. So I can Scarab God. If I Scarab God, I can get... Oop. I can get Glintsleeve Siphon. That's the best I got. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alternatively, I could attack in and try to eternalize this guy. I think he's not blocking anyway, so I might as well attack first here. He's just going to take 2. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to block. Okay, sure. I'll take it. Maybe he has disallow after all. So, 1... so first I'm going to try to cast Scarab God. That's a bigger game if that resolves. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. It's black, colorless, so I need blues there, so I guess I'll keep those ones up. Yep. Got it. Yeah, might as well try it. I'm not going to wait till next turn to do it, because he has only 1 blue right now, so it's probably going to resolve. And then play Submerged Boneyard, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually play I need the mana. I have a lot of things I can be doing in the following turns. Turns to his hand, okay. So now I'm going to try to resolve the Elder Reborn, I guess. What a grindy game. Can I do a Champion of Wits and Eldest Reborn now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So 6 and 5 is not enough. Yeah, I'm not blocking. The attack kind of seems like an act of desperation. Like he would only attack here if he feels he needs to attack. Which means I don't think he has... Oh, I should have paid attention if he scried bottom or top. But I don't think he has a way to deal with a removal on this right now. The question is, do I never, or do I Eldest Reborn? I think I go with Eldest Reborn here. And if he counters that, if he counters it, which would I rather get countered? The Never or the Eldest Reborn? I think I would rather get Never countered, so I'm going to Never first. I mean, I'm happy if it resolves either way, so... So I can try to find a negate here by pulling for... How much can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can pull for 4, try to find negate. I don't believe I've drawn negate. Let me see. 1, 2... How many counters I have in my deck to stop that? So I've played the Disallow. I think it's really just negate, so I will go for it, because I really don't want that thing to resolve. Colorless here. Colorless, black, black, blue, blue. Ah, crap, I gave one life. Can I undo that? Yes, I can. Okay. Tap this for colorless. Okay, so that's 6, so I can go for 4. Okay. X equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay it. Trying to find negate one time. No, no negate. Sadness. Well, at least I got that thing, but that's not going to do much right now, is it? I guess I'll get rid of an island. Oh, that was shitty. Right, so here, I could duress, or I could, actually I could do both, I think. I can do this, get rid of his Azcanta. I'm just going to die to that giant flying dinosaur at this rate anyway, but in 2 turns. But at least this is still a better play, because I can do this plus find my last swamp and then duress him. Even though he draws a card with duress, I think it's better than not doing this, so I'll do it. So he has the disallow, he has the cancel, he has the bounce, so he's got it all. So I'll get rid of the disallow, but this is pretty well game over. And turn. Man, finding a gate would have been huge there. I'm not crazy, right? I don't think I've played it yet. Asking Scatter Chart Course. No, there's still negate in those last 13 cards, but oh, it's not flying. I can actually block it. Should I block it? Is this guy doing anything? Do I have another bounce? Do I have a way to bounce it? I already played Consigned. I have the eyeballs thing, right? Eyeball. I can't remember the name of it, but the eyeball bounce. Yeah, I still have the eyeball bounce, so I won't do that just yet. No blockers. So next thing is try to resolve Eldest Reborn. Before he plays Brawl, hopefully. Okay. I'll play one of these lands. That one. Okay, so... wondering if I should draw first. So if I draw first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I draw 2. If I can find a negate, but he has 2 counters? He has that, and Perilous Will. He can bounce his own guy. I can also Gaunty him. I think Gaunty is better here, actually. I'll try to Gaunty first. He's unlikely to let Gaunty resolve, so... Oh, you let it resolve. Okay. I don't think he has any more basics in his deck, so it should find something relevant, I hope. Expel from Orazka. I guess that's the card I want, because none of these other cards do anything. Do I still have that mill thing? The island that mills? Yeah, I do. So I can... So I have 10 permanents, right? Yeah, I do. So I can expel from Orazka. If this resolves... which I don't think it will, but if it resolves, I can mill away his guy. Right? Because he can't draw it immediately. Yeah, so I can do that. So it only scries if the converted mana cost is 2 or less. So I was thinking he could, like, find some way to put it on top, scry it to the top, and then draw it, but he can't scry. So we can scry with that. That's only 1. That's not enough. Actually, no, he could have, what he could have done was allow that to resolve, and then in response to me using this, use that. He didn't do that though. Okay, so that's good news. That's what I want to do here. Champion of Wits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want a Champion of Wits here. So let's attack first. Oh crap, my turn just ended. I think my turn just ended. No, it's his turn. Okay. Yeah, I think my turn just ended. Yeah, the timer. Yeah, these control matches, like, the 2 minutes or whatever, really isn't enough in the late game. You have so many options. Like, you would have to have played this match, this scenario, multiple times, and also not be recording a video to not run out of the timer. I wish that wasn't the case. That's too bad. He's milling me? Okay. Well, I can't do anything now, so have at it. That really sucks. He's gonna find an answer now with Gonti, probably. Man, that was like a good chance for me to like swing the game too. Oh well. He's down to 9 cards, so I guess maybe the mill plan is what I want. Still holding the council too. I'm gonna block it Gonti if he attacks. That's certainly happening. Maybe he doesn't realize it has Death Touch. Or maybe this can't be blocked. Does it have some can't be countered? No. It can be blocked, so I'm not too sure. I'm hoping this is a misplay because I need something to help me here. There we go, one blocker. Yeah, that was a misplay. There's no real reason to do what he just did. It doesn't trample, does it? Oh, it does trample. No, it doesn't trample. Yeah, that was just a misplay. I'm fairly sure. Luckily, I'm not the only one who misplays. Oh, jeez. Yep. Guess that's happening. If he goes for the kill here, I'll have to, sure, play your Mox Amber. I'll have to try to find negate if he's playing like a kill spell on this guy. Sure, you got your Brawl. Actually, if he activates a draw here, in response, I will use my draw. Because if he draws another counter, I can't deal with that, so. Yeah, so here. 1, 2. 3, 4. Oh, that won't even give me enough mana. This doesn't actually do anything. It costs 5 and tap the Memorial. We're losing with 1, so. With 1 mana, I can't. Actually, no, that's not true. There is a thing I can do for 1 mana. I can make a Sapperling token to jump block. Whoops. Do that. What? Okay, so I timed out again. The lag with clicking lands is pretty brutal, and the bug where like I can't even click it again right after if I untap. Man, this is just brutal after brutal. Just turn full control on, see if that lets me do anything. Do I not have 5 mana here? Yeah, I do. But I don't have the 1 black open now, so I can't even make a chumper. So I'm going to Gonti again here. Actually, no, I'm going to... Yeah, he needs expertise, and then Bantu's last reckoning. I'm just going to have to try to play fast here. I'm trying to bait out the counter for the Bantu's last reckoning here. I don't actually want this to resolve. Sure. So now I play my land in Gonti. Which lands are tapping here? It's really hard to tell. Okay. Cancel, yeah. Can't censor it. Well, I could, but it's not going to do anything. Have I played a land this turn? I don't think I have. Elvis Reborn, does that do anything? It just kills his 3/3, which isn't good enough, so I guess I am going to cycle censor. Found a cast down. Still doesn't do anything. But I can't do anything else, so that happens. Now I have to return to have a blocker. What am I returning? I'm probably returning the thing that shuffles. No, his opponent's graveyard. Curse Awakening, negate. I can't find it. Pull from. No, that's not it. There's. I know he has it in. God. I knew that was going to time out. I just can't find it. Like it's the 4 mana thing that flashes back. It just shouldn't get obvious. There's no easy way to find it. They're all blue. Like I don't memorize the art. Oh well. Well, I'm dead anyway. But at least I could have done that. This fucking thing, or pardon my language, this memory thing. Like, where is it? I can't even see it. Pull from tomorrow. Look out. Countervailing winds. Syncopate. Memory. There it is. Memory. See, the art doesn't even look the same. It doesn't show the commit side. Yeah. Jump. Well, this game's pretty well over now, because I have no mana next turn. Oh well. There's at least 4 situations I could have done differently that were all of them potentially game-losing. So I don't think this matchup is like the worst in the world. I think if I had played a little better, I could have won it. Sure. He's just showing off now. Yep. Alright, well that's it for this game, my first loss. pretty epic game. This is over an hour long. I mean, and also, like I said, if I hadn't had those misplays and timeouts, I think things could have gone differently here. But that is the world we live in. Alright, good game, buddy.